Many times what research shows is the person who you become is more important than the goal that you actually achieve. Hi, this is Tim Hightower and welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. Today I want to talk about something that's important. Well, all of it's important, but it's something that I know can change your life, and it's setting goals. How do I achieve and set my goals? I know this is important because here's what I found, that 92% of people do not achieve their goals. Here's what I also found. 83% of us don't even have goals. You may believe in fate, you may believe in it doesn't matter, things are, they're just meant to be. I also found that 3 out of 10 people don't even write down their goals. So I wanted to sort through all the information, as much research, and then also from my personal experience, and how can I help you set goals that you can accomplish. First of all, why should you even set goals? Well, you know that thing called dopamine, we've all heard of it. It's something that there's that chemical response in your brain that it makes you feel good, it brings you pleasure. Did you actually know that setting goals actually increases your dopamine? So when you set goals, your dopamine increases because now you get excited. That's why when you set your New Year's resolutions or you set your goals with your friends, you all of a sudden you get excited because now there's this instant rush, you want to accomplish that. So that's the first reason why you want to set goals. But how in the world do I take a goal that's practical and follow it along and trace it to where I can actually accomplish it? I want to share with you 5 steps that I've used, that I used, and that many have used across time to achieve their goals. First of all, you got to identify your goal. This may seem like it's so easy and it's just common sense, but until you can properly identify something, you can't quite put your hands on it and you can't accomplish what you don't identify. What's important about identifying a goal, it has to be yours. There's a study that shows that when 2 different groups of people, they were given something, a coffee mug, and they were given a choice of a piece of chocolate that may be more desirable, but in order to get that piece of chocolate, they had to give up what was theirs. They weren't willing to do it. What they found was when you identify something as yours, ownership of something, when you take ownership of something, you're more likely to have an attachment to it. You're more likely to accomplish it and to achieve it. So my goal can't be a goal that someone gave to me. It can't be because someone else wants me to do this. It has to be because I want to accomplish it. So first of all, identify and write down your goal. Second of all, ask yourself why. Why does this goal matter? One of my favorite quotes, he who has a why can endure anyhow. You have to identify why is this goal important. Again, you got to write it down. And be specific. I like to say, ask yourself 3 times why. Okay, so if I want to quit smoking, why do you want to quit smoking? Well, because I want good health. Well, why do you want good health? Because I want to see my grandkids live. Well, why do I want to see my grandkids live a long life? If you can ask yourself and pinpoint exactly the why behind your goal, studies show that you're more likely to stick to the goal. That motivation and really getting underlining what the why is will give you the motivation, the extra fuel that you need to accomplish your goal. Number 3, that dopamine, right? We talked about it. You feel great when you're setting your goal. But here's something that we don't ever plan for: setbacks. Plan for setbacks. Ask yourself questions like this. What are some things? What are some people? What are some factors that could cause me not to achieve my goal? Don't be afraid of this. It's okay. This being real with yourself allows your brain to start to process situations and scenarios where you can overcome it. If setting a goal of eating healthy or eating a certain way is important, well, maybe traveling or maybe eating out with your coworkers. You may have different challenges that may arise, but now you can plan for potential setbacks. Maybe I bring my lunch, maybe I do this, maybe I do that. So that way when things arise, you can't plan for everything, but what you can do is you can tell your brain that it's okay when setbacks come, when challenges come, because I've already thought about it. 4, how can you break this down into small bite-sized steps? I'm a firm believer that big goals are just comprised of a series of small steps. You don't just wake up one day and say all of a sudden I'm gonna start this business, or I'm gonna lose all this weight, or I'm just gonna do anything. You start with small steps. So I like to say, what can I do today? What is the smallest thing that I could do today to contribute towards my goal? And don't worry about it, as small steps consistently over time lead to great achievements. So today, ask yourself, what small steps, and again, write all of this down. It has to be written down. What small step, what is the smallest step, you may even ask? What is the smallest step that I can do? Maybe it's read an article, right? Maybe it's watch a documentary. Maybe it's just do one thing that leads you on that path to your goal. Fifth, and one that's very, very, very important. Who can I share my goal with and allow them to be accountable, hold myself accountable to them? The studies show that when you write your goal down, you're almost up to 50% more likely to achieve a goal. But guess what? When you share that goal with someone and meet with them on a regular basis, you're up to almost 70% more likely to achieve your goal. 70%. Our goals aren't meant to just be housed within ourselves. Some of you maybe say, I don't want to share it with someone. I want just to keep it to myself. Well, you're not doing yourself a good justice. You're doing yourself a disservice, I should say. When we're accountable to others, we're more likely to show up, and time again. So who can I share my goals with, and who can I meet with on a regular basis that can challenge me, that can hold me accountable, that can push me to achieving my goals? Many times what research shows is the person who you become, you'll often find is more important than the goal that you actually achieved. I remember when I was a kid, I would carry around this sheet of paper with me that I wanted to play in the NFL. So if you can, put up visual cues and visual aids in your car, in your bathroom. When you remind yourself, the visual cues help you to remind yourself of why you started this journey and gives you the motivation to continue down this journey. So again, 5 things, write them down. I want you to achieve your goals this year now. Let me know what you think. If any of you try it, let me know what you think. And hey, I'm here to help you be your best you. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button and let me know below. Give me some comments below. Let me know what is it that you liked, what is it that you would like to see. Trust me, there's more to come. Everything committed, designed to help you be your best and accomplish your wellness goals. See you next time.